if your goal is to drop body fat, you have to stop being obsessed with just counting your calories. Everyone is obsessed with tracking the calories because that's what every single coach is out there is preaching. If you want to lose body fat, you need to be in deficit, you need to track your calories and this and that. I mean, it's true to a certain extent that if you want to lose weight, you need to manage your calories. But the problem, most people track the calories the wrong way and also do not complement it with the right habits, and that's why they stuck. Reality is, I don't even track my calories anymore, but I'm very aware. I understand my body, I know my body very well, and instead of being obsessed with just counting my calories, I follow the 7 steps I'm going to present you today. So if you shift your focus from just counting your calories and follow the principles I'm going to share with you today, you're gonna lose body fat, you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna get leaner, okay? So, step 1 is whole foods. This one is on top of the list. I have to understand that not all calories are created equal, right? If you have 100 calories of beef, it's not the same as 100 calories of ice cream. It's a different story for your body, right? And what I mean by whole foods is, think about single ingredient foods like meat, eggs, chicken, fruits, rice, potatoes. Whole foods should consist 90% of your diet. So if you prioritize whole foods and you track your calories the right way, you're gonna be melting fat. And also whole food is more satiating and it's very hard to overeat if the majority of your diet is whole foods. And that brings me to the point number 2, which is prioritize. Oops, my Z was all over the place. Okay. Prioritize protein. Protein is the most fulfilling macronutrients. Macronutrients are protein, carbs, and fats. One reason you need protein is because if you're working out, you need protein to build and repair the muscle. But also, it's a very fulfilling food. If you eat, it's very hard to overeat red meat, but it's very easy to overeat ice cream. Okay, this is why on every single meal, at the center of your plates, you need to have protein. If you eat 4 times a day, there's always has to be protein. Okay, if you put protein at the center of your plate and you design your plates around protein, okay, while prioritizing whole foods, trust me, it's gonna be hard to overeat, and you won't have to do that counting your calories in a religious way every single time. Step 3, this one is, most people don't do it, but it's eat slowly. Yes, take your time when you eat food. Just be relaxed, be calm, don't be on your phone, don't eat fast. There's no point. If you eat slow, if you take your time to actually be chewing the food, okay, enjoying the food, right? Because this is what food is about also. It's not a punishment. You need to enjoy what you eat as well. So take your time, set up time, no distraction when you eat, and eat calm. If you take your time to eat, well, guess what? You're gonna have way more control on your portions, which is gonna make it hard for you to overeat after, right? Because if you overeat, well, it's gonna be impossible for you to be in a calorie deficit anymore, and you'll never be able to lose fat. Step 4, walk after meals. Like, if you don't get some steps after your meals, I guarantee you're not doing yourself a favor. 2 main reasons why walking after meals is important. The first one is not only it helps you get extra steps, so you can burn more fats during the day, but also it's more for your digestion. Most people, what they do, they finish eating and they go straight on the couch watching TV and start playing with their phones. I mean, guys, understand one thing. If your digestion is not on point, it doesn't matter if you're having the best ribeye on the planet, because what you eat is not what you actually, it's not what your body actually absorbs. Okay, and absorption is related to digestion. So if your digestion is not on point, I mean, all of this work is fucking useless. Okay, so you need to prime your digestion, and a great way to do it is by getting some steps after your meal so you can digest better the food and absorb those nutrients. 5, fasting. Not the way you think. I mean, I have a different perspective on fasting. For me, I have some principles that I respect when it comes to fasting. First one is I only eat when I need, especially my first meal of the day. Like, I'm gonna have something, if I train in the morning, I'm gonna have something before my workouts. Okay, I don't like training fasted, and I don't recommend that you do a heavy strength training or a heavy cardio day if you don't have proper fuel in your system. Okay, so I'm only eat when I need. So if on Sunday I don't work out, there's no need for me to eat at 9 a.m. I can have my first meal at 1, even at 2 sometimes. Okay? So practice the habit of fasting and do only eat when you need. The only exception for me is if I have a workout in the morning, I'm gonna get some food, quality food. And also, I make sure I keep a, how they call it, eating window of about 8 hours. So let's say if I have my first meal of the day at 10 and I work out around this time, I have my meal, I work out. Well, my last meal is going to be at 6 p.m. I also like leaving some time between my last meal and the time I go to bed so I don't mess up my digestion, okay? So eat only when you need and make sure that you can make sure to have a eating window of about 8 hours. Number 6, stay hydrated. Most of the cravings that you have, it's not food you crave. It's just your body that is dehydrated. And I still can't believe that I talk to some people sometimes and they're like, yeah, only drink 1-2 liters of water per day. Like, bro, that's why you always have those cravings. That's why you're always overeating, because your body is craving water, not sugar, not food, right? So you should actually be aiming for 3-4 liters of mineral water every single day. You need to stay hydrated. If you're in a constant state of dehydration, you're gonna be tempted to eat more and more food. And if you eat more and more food, again, that work is useless and you're always gonna be in a calorie surplus, which is gonna make it impossible for you to drop body fats. Okay, make sure you drink your water. And the last step, which is again neglected by most people, it's fix your sleep. Yes. Why sleep is important? Because understand that when it comes to being satiated and being hungry, it comes down to hormones regulation. 2 of them. There's ghrelin and there's leptin. And what is the time of the day where your hormones are regulated? Is during your sleep. So if you have a shitty sleep, if you don't prioritize your sleep, guess what? Your hormones will always be all over the place. And if your hormones are all over the place, well, you'll never know if you're full, if you're actually craving for real food, just craving for sugar, and it's all gonna be a mess. Some days it's gonna feel like you're low, you don't wanna eat. Some days just like a fucking eating machine, you eat whatever it's in front of you. The way to stop that is just by fixing your sleep, okay? So that's what I'm focusing on. If you follow those 7 habits, I guarantee you're gonna drop body fat and you're gonna get leaner without being obsessed with counting your calories.